What's up, guys? I just came back from Serbia Open. Pretty interesting tournament. 70 GMs, 140 IMs. I was rated around 85th place in the beginning, starting point. Right after the end of the tournament, I tied from, I believe, 55th to 19th place, so nothing special. I didn't win any rating points, didn't lose any. I made 2 draws against GMs, played 2 26-30 GMs. Motilev, who was coach of Nepo and Karyakin and the Russian team. I was better. I believe I was winning at one point. All the time initiative was on my side, but I believe that's experience, and that was just enough. I made one mistake and lost my game. Then I played against another 26-30 GM, Piorun from Poland. Made mistake out of the opening. I was lost just because I misplayed the opening, even playing my favorite butcher, the Sicilian, with white. And then I lost against GM from Lithuania, 2500, completely winning game. Incredible what I didn't win after a fantastic combination. Maybe I can show you some other time. Then I won 5 games against lower rated guys like 2170, 2200, 2250, 2270, and 23 something. And this is the only game that I drew against lower rated guy. I mean, lower rated than me. My rating is 2415. So basically, I played against Piratos Nikolaos from Greece. I got outplayed. The guy was constantly keeping pressure with an IQP because I opted for the French defense, and he completely outplayed me, let's be honest. But I got lucky this one, and I was 3 pawns down. At some point, I just sacrificed pawn because I was defending, and at some point, I just said, I gotta try something active. I had a bishop here, and look what happened. I was down 3 pawns. And the guy just had to find a win. And it's a fairly easy win. So he played knight to d6 at this point. Looks like everything is cool, but he plays knight to d6. And is it enough to win the game? Absolutely enough to win the game. After he played knight to d6, I said, okay, this is my chance to go into the opposite color bishops. To all of you, whoever had some, I don't know, problems with competitive chess, or you just have to learn something about the endgames, you just have to know that the opposite color bishops are always your best chance to equalize the game and to go for a draw. And I played bishop e8, hoping that he's gonna carelessly play f4 and give me some chance. To be honest, I still wasn't sure that it could be drawn, but I knew that I would be like 10 steps closer to a draw if he gives me bishop d6 option. He was like 3 pawns up, and he probably said, okay, no matter what, that should be a draw. And now, look what happened. I instantly took on d6 and played king on e4. I remember when I studied Dvoretsky and Dvoretsky's endgame manual. That's the only endgame book that I ever studied, and I believe for all of you that should be enough. There was one topic, king in the crosshairs. So basically here I'm just doing that. I'm just what's going to be my plan? My plan will be to oppose and to take the opposition to the opponent's king, not allowing his king to approach to some very important squares. So I played king e4, he played king g3. I said, no big deal, I'm just gonna wait. He now decided to improve position of the bishop, played bishop c3. I approached the pawn. He defended. I brought my king back and played king e4. He played king h4. I played king f5. I wish I could have gone with bishop h5. Sorry, bishop e8, not allowing king h5. And I was pretty much sure that that should be drawn. But the problem was that he probably calculated that, and that's why he went into this endgame. All he needs to do here is to reach those 2 squares, f7 or e7. And those are his like squares that he's dreaming of. And I just realized that I had to play very accurately in order to not to allow him that. And I just played bishop c6, he played king h6, I played bishop d7, and he played king g7. He really threatened king f7 to win the game on the spot, because king would approach to e7. So I just had to close both of these squares. He played king f8, and I played bishop b5. It's very important to push your bishop from d7. You'll see why. And this is quite an interesting moment, because we were last in the playing hole, and he just made the next move and made a breath of relief, like everything's fine. So the guy just went for f5. At first glance, I thought, what can I do? But then, just like the lamp was in my head, something, like something turned on the light in my brain and said, Maya, keep an eye on this one. There is one very nice trick that you can do here. And I looked straight into his face. He was very satisfied, very calm, because he was absolutely sure he was winning this one. I captured an f5. He approached, and no one could stop the d7. I took on e5. He played d7. I captured. He captured. And when I played king d5, I just looked straight into his eyes. And then he looked like this at me. He went king c7, king c5, king b7, king b5. And no matter what he does, this is just the opposition. It's a very sweet draw. I was very happy, even though I was supposed to probably push for a win and win that game, because I'm a high-rated player. But I was extremely lucky, and I was extremely happy. Round before that, I was completely winning against the GM, and I didn't win, but I lose. That's a rule in chess. What comes around actually comes back around. So basically, that's how it goes in a chess tournament. Sometimes you're lucky, sometimes you're not. This time I was almost on a GM norm, but once again I failed. I'll share some more interesting games from the tournament. We'll show you some of those games against GMs. We'll show you also some very nice wins that I made there, and hope that you enjoyed in this pretty short video of my salvation and my happiness that lasted for like at least few moments against Spiratus from Greece. Thanks so much, and see you next time.